I'm trying to get this video made. I figured out I was connected to the neighbor again, and that it connects to that one first, and it's a low signal, but for some reason it connects to that one before it connects to my good one, and so it makes everything unstable. So sometimes I think that's what happens, and I forget to check it and see if that's the deal, and that's what makes my videos cut out. I hurt myself today. I'm trying to get my arm under a shoulder. I mean my pillow. I have a pillow under my arm. I fell backwards out of the camper, and I landed on my shoulder and on my elbow. Like, I banged my elbow right here really hard, and then I hit my shoulder, and I heard it go when I hit the ground, and I hit my head, and I hurt my right hip, and I'm lucky I didn't break something. I swear, I laid there for about 35, 40 seconds trying to catch my wind, and I was like, oh my God, if I broke my shoulder, I'm going to just freak out. Thank God I just banged the crap out of myself. I came in, took a bunch of Tylenol and a little tiny bit of a muscle relaxer, and went and laid down. And after this morning and the emotionalness of this morning, and then hurting myself, and I was crying like a little kid for my husband outside, and nobody could hear me. And I came inside exhausted from that, and he patted me and loved me and sent me to bed. And then my daughter comes, and me and my daughter get in an argument again. I am just like, with arguing with my daughter. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want her to get mad and say I talk about her, because I don't talk about her. But, I'm just like, I'm frustrated with that relationship. That's what I'm going to say. I'm frustrated. Because I just feel like I can't. I feel like I have no voice with her. So, anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. But I wanted to tell you that I hurt myself, for one thing. And then, let's see, I wanted to tell you about the post office still. That's what I'm so irritated about. When my husband wrecked pickup, I was expecting a package in the mail from Kiana. And what I did was I made one order with her, and then 2 days later, I think I made another order with her. And so she combined them, split the order in two, and sent it in two packages, So I did have like two packages coming, but they were separate from each other, which I really don't know how that happened, because it seemed like it was part of one order and part of another order, but I might be confused. I don't know. The whole deal confused me. I was like, oh my God, I was typing Kiana, what do I do? Part of it didn't get here. So then I felt bad that I bothered her with that, because all I needed to do was get online and see if the confirmation number had arrived, and it had. One package made it, but the one that came before that was supposed to be delivered on the 5th to my box wasn't there. And it's confirmation, and it shows that it was delivered to my little post office here in the middle of nowhere. And all that happens is that one man or one woman unpacks the mail, I know them both, and puts it in the mailbox. And I trust both of them immensely. I like our postmaster. I trust him. And the lady that works there, there's two ladies that work there. But one of them I've known forever and a day. And the other one is straight as an arrow. I mean, like, I can't even imagine it. I don't have any doubt that it's not happening there. Either what is happening is because our boxes are in the back. Because I'm also missing magazines. For the last 7 months, I've gotten 2 out of 7 issues have not arrived. Okay. The other thing is that my Netflix movies. Over the last 2 years, I've rented 4 Netflix movies to come to my house. One of them I kept for a whole year. Another one I kept for 5 months. I'm terrible about putting them in the envelope and sending them back. But I sent them all back. Like 3 out of 5 movies have never made it back to the Netflix Redbox drop area in Albuquerque, 100 miles away. They go through one post office here, and then, they go one post office here, they get to Coral, everything transfers there, and then it goes on to Albuquerque. And even if you live in Socorro, there's a weird thing, like, even if you live in Socorro, it goes to Albuquerque. Oh no, if you send mail from Socorro to Socorro, it goes to Albuquerque and then comes back to Socorro. It's wacky. So anyway, I'm like, what the hell? So the package is gone. I get my one package from Kiana, which I'm going to show you guys. I got some beautiful stuff from her. But the other package didn't come. So I called my postmaster this morning, and he tells me that it can only be a number of things. It's either somebody who's checking my mail, which is either my husband or me. I do send my son. However, I had not sent my son those days, and my son wouldn't have no reason to keep my Country Living magazine. That doesn't make no sense. He doesn't like Country Living. And he wouldn't be interested in any of the movies. I mean, that doesn't even make any sense, because he knew what movies they were when I had them. It wouldn't be anything that anybody would want to keep. I can't even scratch my own self now because of my shoulder. I have to lift this arm with this hand. So anyway, he says it's either that or that's all it can be. I'm like, come on, dude. It shows that it's confirmed, delivered. He says, well, I know who you are, and I know who your husband is, and I know which box belongs. And I said, I understand that. But so explain to me what's happening, because it's not my husband stealing my packages. It's not my husband stealing my movies. It's not my husband stealing my magazines. And my mom had a key, but my mom lost the keys up in Albuquerque somewhere. They've never been returned. And it doesn't have my mailbox key number on it, so it wouldn't matter. That key means nothing to nobody else. And there's one key, and my husband has it. So the only other thing it could be is people on one side or the other of my box sticking their arm in and reaching around and grabbing stuff out of my box. That's the only thing it could be. Or somebody that cleans there. Now, he tells me that nobody cleans there, but as far as I've known, for many, many years, people have cleaned the building. I've known the girls that clean there in the afternoons. So unless they have canceled their cleaning service, that's the only thing it could be. So my jewelry's just lost. So don't even think that you're secure in sending your mail confirmed or getting mail sent to you confirmed. The only way that what I'm going to have to do from now on is I'm going to also have to have my packages insured, because I have so much stuff come missing that I now have to pay extra to have my mail insured so that I can get my packages. Last year at my birthday, my dad always sends me a card with money in it. He's done it for years and years and years. He sends it first class, return receipt. That got stolen one year. And it was a return receipt. It never made it to here. Never made it to Magdalena, as far as I know. Also, an easy bake oven that some friends of ours sent Olivia last year. I think I mentioned it in a rant at Christmas time, because we had such screw-ups at Christmas time last year. I don't know, maybe I didn't, because I wasn't making many videos then, but send her an easy bake oven that she asked for, and, and they had sent a little something ahead, like a little toy or something, and, another little package, and so she got that, and I thought that's what they sent her. They had asked me what she wanted, and I told them that, and I felt kind of weird even about it, because they asked me, and I said, well, that's the only thing she's really asked for that was kind of like inexpensive, and they were like $12 or something at Christmas time, and yeah, just didn't arrive. And in March, he asked me, oh, how does Olivia like her Easy Bake Oven? And I said, dude, she never got her Easy Bake Oven. He was like, what? And they sent that from Phoenix. And I said, yeah, it never got here. So you know what? I'm fed up. Anything that of value that is coming to me in the mail can't be trusted even in my own village to get to from the confirmed table. Yes, we've received it. To in my box. And now they're going to blame it on me or blame it on an outside party when that's not even remotely possible unless, like I said, somebody's reaching in there, grabbing and pulling. What? Oh my God. So anyway, what the item was I had bought necklaces for my daughter-in-law and my stepdaughter. My stepdaughter-in-law and my daughter and stepdaughter, because my husband is a screwball and he never gets his kids ordered stuff, and then they're always pissed off at me about it. It's like, but it's my fault. And while we were dating for years, it's not my job to buy your kids Christmas presents or make sure you call them on their birthdays or any other damn thing. That's your deal. But I'm tired of that happening because it does get blamed on me. It makes me look like the bad guy. They don't even write my name on the Christmas card, because they're so pissed off and hate me anyway. So anyway, I ordered these beautiful cross necklaces for the girls. I said, I will do the girls and the little granddaughter, and you pick out for the boys and your son, who hates my guts, because I'm not buying him nothing. And, so what gets separated in the order, happened to be those two big cross necklaces, which I'm going to show you. It's gorgeous. Which I wanted them both to have. I picked it out. I thought they would both wear it and like it. Now I have to order something else out of pocket. And, I'm out the money. And Kiana doesn't have that necklace no more. So I have to pick something else completely different. So I'm all bummed. Because I wanted to get the same so they were equal. And so I'm thinking about sending her that one that's with the big round things. Getting the other girl the same one and the same set. And then me keeping the big cross necklace, and I'll reorder that round disc one, which I love. I went out in town the other day in Albuquerque. I got so many compliments on that necklace, it wasn't even funny. Like more people commented on that piece of jewelry than have commented on a piece of jewelry in about 6 months. And I wear a lot of jewelry and get a lot of compliments on it. But that day, every cashier, anybody I talked to that day said, I love your necklace. That's a thumbs up at Kiana's, that round disc one. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. Probably wore you out. Now I'm going to come back and I want to show you some of my cute things that I'm going to be having in my store. Like this adorable little, this is a one-of-a-kind CC Designs, Tucson, Arizona. This is vintage. I'd say late 40s, early 50s. I might be wrong, but somebody else also said so. Little tiny, one little teeny tiny chip. Hand-painted, handmade. Little Southwestern, cool, vintage Western. We have it. There's a certain vintage Western type style that you will see in a lot of the old Western movies around mid-century, and this is it for sale. And I'll talk to you about the store when I come back and read that. Be blessed. That's my rant about the damn post office. You can't even trust them in your own little corner. I got to narrow it down somehow. I don't know what to do. So, talk to you later. Have a wonderful day. Send prayers and warm wishes to my poor soul. But, all right, be back. Bye.